Yo guys, what's going on? Acez is here today with another video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about Escape from Tarkov and Escape from Tarkov content here on the channel. It's going to be almost like a behind the scenes look at what I've been dealing with as a Tarkov creator the last few months. And I think this video is going to be titled either something like transparency or something like that, because I feel I owe it to you guys to let you know what's been going on instead of just making one or two videos a month. It just feels kind of wrong, and I've always been the person to say that here on this channel you will always get, true, authentic, genuine me. I'm not gonna hide anything from you guys. When something's going on, I usually tell you. So that's what I wanted to do here today. Talk about what's been going on with the Tarkov community in general, at least based on the feedback and response from analytics on my end of things. In the past, people have asked me if I was going to make a Patreon, and I said I would. Want to let you guys know the Patreon is now live, patreon.com/Acez Gaming. You can find all that information in the description. Wanted to put that there because I want to talk about Escape from Tarkov views when it comes to the content. I plugged the Patreon because that is actually the best way to support creators in general. Even if you use the super thanks below or membership options, YouTube is taking some sort of percentage, whether it's 50%, 70%, and that could be location based. There's a lot of factors, right? On Patreon, it is like an 8% fee and then a couple other tiny fees on top of it. Comes out to 11, 12%, and the rest of what you pay towards Patreon goes right to me, the creator, and that goes for all creators based on their plan. There might be a couple variations. The views for Tarkov content have been at an all-time low, and even though we have such a backstock of videos here on the channel, unfortunately no one is really playing Tarkov uh, as much, I should say. We saw something recently from Nikita saying there was like 70 to 90,000 players daily. I really don't believe that. I've never seen Tarkov content doing so poorly. And for full transparency, last month alone, the Tarkov channel, this channel, made under $100, and it was under 70. So, you can keep going down further than that. I'm not allowed to actually tell you my exact earnings, so that's why I worded it like that. I feel like me saying under $100 has actually more of an impact than saying under $70. I feel like 100, being three digits compared to 70, 70 is definitely more alarming, but, just to generalize it, $100 being under that is just not really acceptable, and it's not even close to sustainable. I mean, this channel doesn't even pay off my internet bill. So I stopped making content because the only content that seemed to get the bills paid and or, in other words, get a lot of views was negative content. And I don't like producing only negative content. Now, it was definitely well warranted in that little spree of the cheating pandemic that we had being the worstest way before Goatmod's video. It was definitely warranted to Battlestate games, and now it's not so much. And I haven't said really anything too negative about Battlestate games because I don't want to be a negative Nancy. I don't want to make that type of content, have it be standard here on the channel. I've always wanted to be the information guy, and information first, entertainment second. If I can help you guys, I would much rather help you with an actual problem than entertain you for the same length of time. It's really tough for me to come up here and say that the reason I've kind of strayed away from content is because it's not sustainable for me financially, but also because the only way that it would be sustainable for me financially is to be negative. It's kind of sad, actually, that the only thing people want to hear is negativity now for Escape from Tarkov. It's just like we don't want the game to succeed. We are our own worst enemy, and it just feels like it's a self-destructive tendency that all of us have when it comes to when something's good, we try to make it worse because for whatever reason we can't enjoy what we have. And I'm definitely not exempt from that. I've talked a lot of shit on Escape from Tarkov multiple times in the golden years of 2020 to 2021 and up to this point in 2022 2023 era, where it's been really bad. I've had my fair share of talking shit on Escape from Tarkov, but some of my best videos recently was the State of Tarkov video, the cheating pandemic video, and the nice guy video when he had a little drama regarding another cheater. So, if I put cheater in the title, I get a bunch of views and I make some money. If I try to, make an actual video with something that matters, that's important, for example, podcast highlights that I spent over an hour and a half watching the podcast and another hour and some going through recording, editing for only, 400 views. That makes me probably less than $1. It's just not really worth my time. So it's really tough for me to find that love for creating Escape from Tarkov content that I used to have. And a lot of the content that I could upload would just be repeat content, recycled content. And I don't want to do that either. Pastilli said, early in my YouTube career, I was watching him once and I saw one of his streams, and he said, I'm not going to remake content. It really doesn't make sense. And at the time, I didn't understand. I was remaking content for a couple wipes there, and, it makes money and it helps new players. But now, in hindsight, I completely understand it. It's not really enjoyable. It's not about it being worth it or anything or helping the new players. It's just not really enjoyable for your own mental health. So, there's a lot of things going on with me personally that is not my community's fault. It's only the fault of my own, and I can take full responsibility of, not working hard enough. It's as simple as that. It's just like, am I so entitled to the point where I can't play Escape from Tarkov because, it's boring or I'm not enjoying it or I don't want to be negative? A whole bunch of different factors. Like, I completely accept responsibility. I could get on the game and make some content and make more money. It's just, it's not a sustainable amount for the time that it takes to produce the content. And with the raids taking 40 minutes, I can't just make raid content for you guys. I'm not Landmark, unfortunately. I'm the money ruble guy. I'm not the Chad wipe the whole lobby guy, unfortunately. It's just the reality of the situation. I just don't love PvP like I do being a little loot goblin. So I just wanted to come on here and give you guys a little bit of transparency. I haven't really made any content on any of my channels. I have like a Days Gone playthrough that's already been recorded since 2022. That's running right now on the Acez Plays channel. But as for Call of Duty content, I haven't uploaded in like a week. This channel's been, I think, almost 2 weeks, and Acez Plays, I haven't even done shorts. So, it's a little bit of burnout, but there are a lot of other factors, and I feel like I'm the closest and most in touch with this community on this channel, so this is where I chose to make a video just kind of talking about things first, and obviously to promote the Patreon. And the Patreon, I'm hoping that some of you find it worth it, and that if we could kind of snowball effect it, that, if we could get the Patreon going, it would support the channel a lot more than you might think. I never have asked for handouts here on the channel, and I don't intend to, but I think the Patreon is a step in the right direction. And, if I keep promoting it, if we, try and really push the Patreon, that at some point in the future, I can definitely make it well worth your guys' time, and we can get back on track here with content creation. But as of right now, it's currently not sustainable for me, and I just wanted to be fully transparent in saying that. It sucks, but it's just the reality of the situation that, I'm working more IRL to pay my own bills, pay the rent, pay the electricity, pay all the bills that everybody has to pay. And, once we get into a point of, better comfortability, which is, the hope for the Patreon, we can definitely come back and try things again. But currently, right now, I don't have any time for, playing Tarkov and really making any content for it. And the same goes for Call of Duty. So I appreciate you guys so much. You know that I like to give you these little updates every few months when, things are kind of going meh. And when shit's good, we're making a ton of content. So, it's good. Appreciate you guys so much. I will see you in the next video. I'm out.